It is a 2D animation. I understand they're not real kids or anything, but that doesn't make it any less creepy.
Hey there, everybody. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been eating away at me like a freaking parasite ever since I started watching a highly recommended anime, Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss is actually a masterpiece, a true gem in anime storytelling. I mean, the world building, the unique setting, and the intricate mysteries hook the audience from the very first episode. The journey of Rico and Reg delving into the depths of the abyss to uncover its secrets is a roller coaster of emotions. And I mean a real roller coaster, like really high highs and really low lows. But what really turned my gears, and what really can't be overlooked, is the blatant and degenerative pandering to the lolly culture and the insidious fan service that's managed to worm its way into this fantastic narrative. Made in Abyss deserves to be celebrated for its intricate plot and mind-bending mysteries, and it should never have been tainted by frickin' lolly service or Shota service. Oh, there's Shota service in there definitely, and we're gonna get there. In this video, we'll be unpacking the infuriating collision of exceptional storytelling and the maddening degradation of artistic integrity. Don't forget to hit that like button for the algorithm, subscribe if you want more, and let's get into it. Let's start with the ultimate basics, character design. We can all agree that these are children, just as we can agree that these are adults. The protagonists of the show are children. What's wrong with that? Nothing. That is, in fact, a great tool in storytelling, especially in mystery or horror, because even though the protagonists are not meant to be relatable, we, the adult audience, are supposed to tap into our basic instincts and feel protective of them. Because nobody wants a cutesy moe character, whether it's anthropomorphic or human, to go through violent, horrible up shit. So tell me why? Why oh why? Are these child protagonists, who we are supposed to feel protective of, are sexualized at all? Why are two child characters, Midi and Prushka, designed to be well endowed? These two characters, who are subjected to some of the most horrendous situations imaginable, are given curvy designs that make absolutely no sense in the context. We're talking about characters who undergo the most gruesome of deaths, like unimaginable torture. Their stories are haunting, to say the least. So why in the world would anyone give these innocent, pure-hearted, youthful child characters boobs? Like, what is that? What is that? What the f***, creator? That's not okay. If you have seen the anime, otherwise you just got spoiled, and I recommend you watch it before continuing with this video, just to form your own thoughts and just so you can show it some love, because it deserves love. The show is actually pretty good. So if you have seen the show, you must remember the infamous toilet scene. I almost lost my shit when I saw it. I would have actually never been triggered to make any video if only that toilet would have been a normal toilet. It was so blatant and so shocking. I grew ultimate detest, for every nudity and scene that had previously been shown. Till that scene, I only thought that Rico was a girl who had to go to the toilet at the most inconvenient of times, just as any parent would verify that that's exactly how children function. That is exactly what children do. They have to go to the toilet at the most inconvenient of times. But after watching that toilet scene, all I could do was remember how many times Rico had to be in vulnerable positions just because she had peed herself or had to go potty. And the creator or the animators, they were not really afraid to bear her to us. Even though some nudity and soilage comes with the survival genre, there is a little bit of nudity. that's fine, we can deal with it. But still, in this series, in Made in Abyss, there are two particular scenes regarding Rico's nudity, sexualization, whatever, that really bother me. Number one, where she had to be given a plug that will dispel the toxins from her poisoned body. I am literally quivering with anger remembering this scene. Like, it's it's not okay. I cannot explain how much this plug idea infuriates me. Why was this necessary? Be creative. Something else can work. Something else. The shrooms were working, why not just use them? Why do you need this other thing? Number two, Nanachi's comments when Nanachi brings back Reg from his little hallucination and he is holding on to Rico's soiled pants. It's a not so subtle hint to what? What is that? Oh, wait. Is that some sort of pee-fetish? What? Let me remind you that these characters are children. Even if they had some sort of inkling of sexual exploration, a pee-fetish is not something one can joke about. These scenes could have easily been drafted to fit the narrative in a non-sexual way. The animators of the actual anime may have done a more sensible job than the manga, but still, what the f***, creator? That is not okay. The female characters in the show may fall victim to lolicon, but Reg, who is a boy, is not entirely safe from Shotokan. No, we don't see his genitals, we don't see his butt. But the show keeps reminding us that he has a Oh, and it's not just for display. Reg is shown to be more human and more emotionally driven than any other character in the show. He is the one who is the most shocked at the world's horrors, he is the one most scared of the monsters, and he cries the most for the pain of others. So he is someone that we are meant to follow as an audience. But as his own character, he is more aware of his own gender identity and his own sexuality. Even though some characters, including Rico, chalk him up to be a grand relic, he forgets that he is not a normal boy. That's not how they see him. They see him as a relic.
You don't really need to act so embarrassed around me. You're a robot boy.
I am, but to tell the truth, I don't think of myself as a robot.
Look at you! Never would have thought. You being a supreme treasure of the netherworld and all.
A very, very special relic, which leads him to be captured and tortured in the name of science. This scene has a segment that I don't like. We could all live without that bit. Telling us many times that his penis is a functioning organ was enough. We did not need to be shown, in the most horrid of scenes, mind you, that his penis is encased in a contraption and he dispels normal pee. As viewers, we're numbed by the intense horror that comes before this scene and after this scene. And we don't really register this groundbreaking news. We don't need it. What does this scene serve? Personally, I only feel like it serves as another pee for Shotokans or any other adults out there. Something that also bothered me about his scenes was the constant piercing of his navel. Some may argue that it's necessary for his character design, or for him to have some sort of vulnerability. I don't care anymore. In the context of the creator's fetishes and what we've discussed so far, I don't like it. The creator should have been a little more creative and given him some other vulnerability, like a splitting headache or something else associated with the layers of the abyss or whatever. Make it another mystery to be solved with his identity. Was there really nothing else, like nothing, absolutely nothing else, that could have been invented as his weakness? What the f***, creator? This is not okay.
Trigger warning. The second season of Made in Abyss touches on sensitive topics such as child rape, child pregnancy, and infant loss, which this part will focus on. Viewer discretion is advised.
This season introduces us to a whole bunch of new characters from a past timeline. Here's a fun lolly character from their group. She's a child, and her main character trait that defines her existence is that she cannot produce children of her own. Say, what? How do we know that? Oh, she has been tattooed across her back, branding her as a barren girl. And she has been banished from her home for being unable to give birth to a child. This is a child. You're gonna do that to her? Why can she not be an adult? Let's not get into how her family discovered this. Let's just shift focus to one other character, the only one character that she attaches herself with, Vueko. She gets attached to Vueko because because Vueko has been raped by multiple men. And Vueko looks to be a teenager, or a young woman. We can argue she's a young woman. She's an adult. But the scenes where she was assaulted are shown to the viewers like this. Oh, look at that. What is that? Oh, it's a grown adult man towering over a child. That's a girl. That's a little girl. I am not unknown to the miseries of this world. I am very well aware that many atrocities exist. I don't expect this incredibly horrific anime to shelter us from anything. They're gonna show us triggering stuff, they're gonna show us shocking stuff, they're gonna try to do that, right? I get that. But this child character has to go through another horrible torture. Through the wishing magic of a relic, whatever that egg was, she gives birth every single day. And then what happens? She cries endlessly because her baby dies every single day. Eventually, she deforms into something completely monstrous, and she hosts an entire village in her body. Of course, it's horrendous, and it's meant to be uncomfortable. But what bothers me, what really, really bothers me, is that she did not have to be a child.
The characters being children is always just so useless because they could have easily just been adults and it wouldn't have taken away from anything. It's just weird.
If Irumyui and Vueko were adults from the beginning of their tragedies or their stories, the plot would still be horrific. Because it's really bothersome that a child has been labeled as barren and her sole wish is to become a mother. It's cute when an actual child shows such behavior, but in Made in Abyss, knowing how female child characters have been tortured thus far, what the f***, creator? That is not okay. Made in Abyss is fictional. Lolicon and Shotacon are fine, and they are part of Japanese culture. Have you seen any anime ever? Don't you know that so many characters are almost always sexualized in so many anime? Yeah, I know that. Lolicon and Shotacon, they are the disgrace of Japanese culture. Everybody knows this. Fan service is fine. I don't have any gripe with fan service as long as it's done with the fun intention in mind. Fairy Tail does fan service pretty well. When it comes to absolutely beautiful works, a masterpiece anime where the fan service is unnecessary, it ruins the viewing experience. Audiences from all around the world, and even Japan, know this. Many anime shows are hard to recommend because of the unnecessary over-sexualization of female, mostly underage, characters. Made in Abyss is a work of art, a canvas where intricate storytelling and unique world building should take center stage. But instead of enjoying it, sharing the love, and recommending it, many fans are grappling with the creator's choices that are not only baffling, but also detract from the very essence of the characters we're meant to connect with. As fans, as admirers of this medium that has the potential to create worlds and stories beyond our imagination, we must demand better. We need to hold creators accountable for their decisions, ensuring that the characters are treated with the respect and authenticity that they deserve. The anime industry needs to take a step back, reevaluate its choices, and put the art of storytelling above cheap shock value. Made in Abyss deserves to be celebrated for the brilliance that it holds. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the depths of frustration. If you're just as passionate about anime, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation alive. As fans of anime, our voices matter. Your voice matters. And let's make it heard. Until next time, stay passionate, stay critical.